Pow Wow, yo yippee yay guys. Today it's Pow Wow number 39. We're going to dive into the SwissBorg community, talk about what's happening with the markets, and talk about our beautiful CHSB token. As you guys know, my name is Cyrus Fazel. I'm the proud founder and CEO of SwissBorg, always here to serve you. And as always, we start with the beautiful pictures. And you can see there's new pictures that are really cool right here with that beautiful dog and other strong guys that are representing their new goodies. Super glad to have you guys. Great stuff. Talking about great stuff, we have great people. This month we have 5 new people that are joining the team, which is really good. There's Orion Drupi that will be helping a lot regarding all the admin here in Switzerland. We have Tarvi straight from Estonia that will really help us to scale all the data that we have. So great to have him. We'll have Leah that will be really helping the community and making sure that all the support and operations happens well. Great to have her. We have Florin, that's a very experienced iOS developer that will help to do our crypto challenge, the community app number 2. And Piotr in the back end, so really glad to have another Scala engineer here. And yeah, it's always great to to have more and more people that are coming on a monthly basis. Talking about monthly basis, in a month from now we're probably gonna have a new president, hopefully, if this one's not gonna go in a weird way. And I'd like to know what's your thoughts. Maybe is it better that Biden will happen for crypto, or is it Trump? From my perspective, I'm going to play the Swiss neutrality card because I really don't know. Trump obviously is very for business in general. The administration has shown neither a strong position against or for crypto. And Biden himself, pretty much same there. So, I think so. I pretty much would say that whoever is behind the next new SEC chairman will probably have a lot to do, or the person behind CFTC will have a lot to do there, and more importantly, whoever is friend with Libra, that will be definitive great thing. So hard for me, I don't know. What's your thoughts there? Talking about influencers and great friendships, it's really cool. Le journal du coin, mille merci. And I think so. It's really good to have more and more, a lot of French people getting on board, and we had a lot of big amount of users that joined the Wealth app, that have been exchanging and depositing. It's really cool to see that we're getting more and more French people here with us, which is it's a great thing. DAO platform. So if you guys are still not aware what this is, you should go on dao.swissborg.com and check out essentially the platform that enables all our community to collaborate, learn, and earn. And I think so this is really a good way to really make a better other network. And I really want to take my hat off to this amazing gentleman, Pierre. He's just joined the DAO, and he's going to be doing the French AMA very soon, right after we're going to do it. So super happy to have Pierre. Merci beaucoup de ta confiance. Super glad to have you. This is going to be really cool to have more people to help us doing AMAs and other different tasks that are on the DAO platform. If you guys don't know where to go, it's the first thing to do is to check out the website, and then obviously join us on Discord to see what's your thoughts, our best platform to communicate together and build. Talking about great projects with the DAO, we actually have BDs that are about to do the AMA version in Spanish very soon. Super excited to have this in Spanish, obviously, because Spain is a really growing market. And from our visiting website, actually Spain today is where we get the most traffic. So it really shows that you guys are doing a fantastic job. Congratulations for that. Muchas gracias. And on something else, this is new, was last week, GM, another Spanish community member, was really had a great idea to have like a monthly chat, or maybe it'll be shorter eventually, where we have a cafe discussion. And this was about the future of Bitcoin. And Magneto and other people around the world were really showing how, Bitcoin is not such a only a speculative tool. It's a real product that people have been using to send money around the world, and it's one of the great ways for remittance. And it's really cool to see how, this DAO is so international, it's so diverse, and there's so much great thoughts behind it. And I really wanted my hat off to a GM. Really great job pulling these guys in, and hopefully the next SwissBorg Cafe will have even more people, and a lot of people will be able to share their opinions. I think this was really cool. So I'll be for sure joining the next one. If you're interested, again, being part of this DAO, it's a great way as well to earn. Right now, there's these 3 stars and 2 stars different jobs that we want to recruit. 3 stars mean $3,000 worth of CHSB if you successfully introduce the right person to us. And right now, we're really looking for a compliance officer. That is very urgent, and talent to help Christoph and the rest of the team there, and assistant for myself. That would be really good. Then there's other different jobs. Please check them out. And please refer your friends to come and join the family. Markets. So where are we heading? It's obviously, we know that it's been driving the PayPal announcement. A lot of crypto investors, institutional investors getting through Grayscale and platforms like that has been pushing the price of Bitcoin a very big amount. Has unfortunately pushing the dominance as well of Bitcoin, because the other tokens are not performing very well. There's a strong way of essentially flight to security, as they say. So Bitcoin is really taking a lot of market gains right now, where the other tokens are actually losing quite some appetite. We see that the same resistance is still at 14K. Hopefully we'll be able to break it and stay above that for a certain while, and that will be another fantastic ride, probably to up 15,000 and more. So right now, it's flirting with that resistance. Hopefully that will pull through if there's any good news from institutional money. Something else to take in consideration is, as you guys know, the head and shoulder is one of the fundamentals of technical analysis. And, it's still early signs right now, but the correlation between Bitcoin and Ether has been, inverted, right? Recently, it's being correlated sometimes, then sometimes Ethereum is outperforming. We know one thing is that if we're able to probably break the 004 BTC versus Ether, we're probably going to go for a crazy ride. And that could happen, right? We're seeing this, emergence of a lot of new DeFi projects, and some are working extremely well. Obviously, Ether had already a nice ride for some time, but there's a lot of momentum going there, and hopefully, if we go through that 004, it is going to be a lot of fun to enjoy and accumulate a lot of ETH. Talking about great investments, the CHSB token. Until now, it enabled you to have governance rights with voting, enabled you to have premium, what gives you discounts, and now we are super excited. This is a game changer. When we talk about it, is how this will actually be a booster. Not about saving anymore, it's about boosting returns, and you could double your performance on the smart yield that will be released soon, and that is something that no one should miss. Okay, guys, you know the drill. Hopefully you're already premium. If you're not, you know what to do. Now across the whole, let's say, spectrum today of DeFi projects, of yielding projects, there's a very big amount. Here in this frame, we see probably those who are the most reputable ones, I would say, or one of the most reputable ones, and we show how it's different on compared to us, and you really see that we are a really great hybrid between the DeFi and the CeFi. That's, the on-chain, off-chain. It's always the same thing. And we always try to bring the best combination of the two, right? And we really show that, in terms of, rate of returns. Today, we're going to be much higher than that. Yield farming, yes, we're going to bring yield farming in. You'll be able to deposit in different currencies, such as everything on the wealth app, and essentially buy USDC, and then in the future, essentially be able to yield with any assets, right? User friendliness, definitely, I believe we have a strong core here. Liquidation would be automated. Best execution, that is our DNA. We only execute if we do it in the best way. Yes, we'll be doing custody. We will be redrawing gas fees, so that's great for most people that could not get into this DeFi until today. Payouts will be daily. It will be flexible as well, which is really great. More important is that the funds will be protected at all time. And talking about that, there's massive news. We just settled agreement that our funds will be insured on the wealth app, which makes a real good thing. We'll talk about it in a future video. And as always, very transparent, and what is probably the best, risk diversification. We are always the platform that seeks to get best partners and therefore to get you the best investment experience, all of it. And I think so this really is a good way for you guys to understand why SwissBorg offer is much better than most others. As you guys has probably witnessed, we had our 9th protect and burn, and a great article, by the way, that explains why do we do that and how does it work. And I think so this really shows again how we always try to think out of the box at SwissBorg, right? Just having like these random monthly burns don't make so much sense. However, here we see a clear pattern that the protect and burn is a great way to really support essentially the CHSB price. And it really shows again how much faith we have within the network, where a minimum of 20% of all the revenues is protecting it and then burning it. And it really shows again that we've always tried to push, that dip and bring it back over the 20-day moving averages, which we've done successfully in most cases. And we show that as well, that if we just had monthly burns, like these periodic monthly burns, today we would not have burned as much and protected as much. So I think so this really shows that, again, the faith we have and how much ingenuity and the engineering financial team that we have. That's really cool. On that note, I really wanted to as well express the idea of you guys is, we could bring more utilities as we develop products. However, we haven't had so many referendums recently, so people are not putting too much emphasis on the fact that a token, one of the greatest features, is governance. And we really think about this for, at least a year or so, and how could we have a better game theory, and how we could really privilege a more democratic way. And the question goes to you guys. What would be for you, the different things that we could do, right? Like in Switzerland, as you guys know, we have the chance of conducting multiple referendums all the time, and this is what we're doing onto the wealth app hopefully very soon. But then there's still politicians, right? There's still politics. Politics, it's still a good thing if the politicians do represent essentially the nation. And we still need people that could help us, for the governance. And I really would wonder, how could we do that at SwissBorg, right? If we have like right now the premium tiers, but then how can we give more governance rights towards people that could be elected by owning more tokens, for example, and how we could then spread essentially the governance rights where people could have more influence on the network, on products, features, and as well, obviously, represent even better the nation. So, I have a few things we have in mind today, and I was wondering what you guys had. Looking forward to your comments there, and I think so. This should be really something that we should care about. What we care about is these beautiful data shown with the Wealth app. Close to 60,000 users. What's going to happen probably next week. 46 million asset under management, which is great. This is really growing there, which is really cool. We have much more volume that has grown in the last week, which is great. The top country by AUM, it is Roger Federer. This is the 23 balls that he won, representing the 23 Grand Slams that he made. Switzerland's still the first one. There's a user that has essentially has read 20,000 times the asset analysis. Congratulations. That is a very big amount. That is so passionate. That's like, I don't know how much per day. But that's really good. I hope that you're trading extremely well with that. And it shows that this is a very used tool. Last but not least, the 9th protect and burn, as you guys know. CHSB data of the week. As you guys know, the biggest thing here, it is about to happen, which is the 2x new utility with the smart yield accounts. Besides that, we're 114th. We have grown. Obviously, the price is not doing as well, but the other tokens are suffering much more than ours. So we're not so far from the top 100. We need just a 20% bump, and we are back in the game, guys. 2 million volumes, a little bit slow. We need to pump that up. Close to 50 million CHSB token, hopefully staked next week. Last but not least, as you guys know, the protect and burn happened, and it was great. Tomorrow night, 21 o'clock, as you guys know, we'll have Cryptonites live session. Was going to be great with Ajit Tripathi. He's been in crypto forever. Spoke to him, very cool guy working at Binance right now, and you're going to see a lot of great things. I'm going to talk about the transitions, Ethereum 2.0, talk about DeFi and how this space evolves in institutional model. By the end of next week, as you guys know, we're going to have the AMA with Anthony, myself, and our wonderful Cyborg here to answer any of your questions. Therefore, we won't have a Pow Wow number 30. It would be replaced by this AMA session. That's going to be really exciting. We have a lot of questions there. You know how to do it. The form is there. A lot of Slido questions. So really looking forward to have this AMA. Make sure we bring all transparency as much as we can and make sure we answer all your questions diligently. As we're back into this confinement mode with COVID happening and differing stats that are really booming, I think so it's a good time for all of us to go back to the blackboard and try to really emphasize this and think on what's the most important, and try to, through all these different crises, which is individual crisis, societies, if it's political, economical, if it's, whatever it is, these tensions that arrive, it's always a great moment to focus on what's the most important. And it's in these times as well that we do our best to essentially fight it and find a solution. And we've seen that the emergence of new technology could potentially be great ways to really change the world for the greater good. And blockchain, if it's conducted with a great technology, but as well a great governance model, then we're pretty sure that this could as well help us, bring in accessibility. It could bring in great ways to change how we've been functioning as people from countries, and how to work and how to interact. And I hope that you guys are putting your mind in the right space and hopefully showing to the other people around the world around us that what we're doing here at SwissBorg is very important. It's really managed to be as healthy and wealthy in order to change the world for the greater good. You guys, as always, it's been a pleasure. Looking forward to the next AMA session next week. Guys, be healthy and wealthy. Take care. Bye.